Hey everybody, and welcome back to another math lesson. Today we're going to talk about unit rates and what those are and how they work. So, to begin, a rate. When you hear the word rate when it comes to math or numbers in general, a rate is a comparison between two values. So anytime there's a rate, you're comparing two values. One rate you're probably very familiar with is a speed limit. So if I can travel 360 miles in 5 hours, this is a rate. This is my rate of speed. So when I see the word n, this is kind of my tying word that tells me that this is a rate. And there's several ways I can write my unit rate. Or this isn't a unit rate yet. There's several ways I can write this rate. I can put 360 miles over 5 hours. And when you see this, the fraction sign, you would say n. So this is 360 miles in 5 hours. You can also write them side to side, like 360 miles, and then colon, 5 hours. And in this one, this colon, you would say in or to. So you might say there's 360 miles to every 5 hours. Nobody says that, but you could hear that. These are ratios. These are rates. We're comparing miles to hours. So a unit rate is how much one thing is. So a unit rate is how much one thing is. So if you're writing your ratios as a fraction, a unit rate has a 1 as the denominator. A speed limit sign is a unit rate because it says miles per hour. So if the speed limit is 60 miles per hour, every hour you travel 60 miles. That's how our speeds are calculated. So to set these up, to work these out, the first thing you have to do is figure out what two things you're comparing. So step one, what two things are you comparing? And here's where we want to really pay attention to our labels, because I want the thing that I want to find out one of to be my denominator. So when it says per something, that something is the denominator. All right. And we want to make sure we label. Labels are important because we don't want to forget what we're dealing with. All right, next, I'm going to set it up as a ratio. So step 2, I want to write it as a ratio. So if I'm dealing with this example, 360 miles in 5 hours, what two things am I comparing? Which one of those is the denominator? And how am I going to write this as a ratio? So I'm going to put 360 miles. Don't forget to label. over 5 hours. Because my goal here is to figure out how far I travel in 1 hour. Because the question here probably will ask per hour. All right, and then to figure out how much 1 hour is, we divide. So your last step here is to divide. The biggest mistake anybody's going to make is to divide by the wrong numbers. So in this situation, which number is going to go in the house? Okay, so which number goes outside of the house? So if my third step is to divide, I'm going to split up the 360 miles. So it goes in the house. Divided by 5. 5 goes into 36. How many times? 7 times. That'd be 35. Subtract. Bring down a 0. And 5 goes into 10. 2 times. So if I travel 360 miles over 5 hours, I'm averaging 72 miles per hour. So if I'm driving in most places in Texas, I'm probably speeding. Now there's another way we can look at these using ratio tables. Ratio tables are really beneficial to visualize what you're dealing with. So if I have a bar, and I know that these two things are tied together, so they're going to stay proportionate. So this is going to be 0 hours, and this is going to be 0 miles. So I went 360 miles in 5 hours. So I need to split this to figure out 1 hour. 1 hour. And so how many pieces should I break this bar into to figure it out? I need to split it into 5 different chunks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so if I split this into 5 chunks, this is 1 hour, this would be 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. How much is 1 chunk in miles? How far can I travel in 1 hour? Well, 360 divided by 5 was 72. So each chunk, each hour is 72. So that's a visual way you can look at it. Oh, here's another example. My fudge brownie M&Ms. There are 9 ounces in this bag. There's not 9 ounces anymore, but there was when I got it. I paid, let's say, $3 for this bag. So how much per ounce are the M&Ms? How much per ounce? All right, so when you divide, remember we need to split the money up because it's asking per ounce. So I'm paying about 33 cents per ounce of fudge brownie M&Ms. All right, so that's it for unit rates. Thanks for hanging in there. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell to get notifications, and see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.